Shalom, Israel. It's your boy Nubreed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, hit the thumbs up on the way in. Another very bright, searing hot, beautiful day. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. I want y'all to go ahead and put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear and see me clearly. Today, I'm going to give y'all some of that spiritual voltage that you signed up for. I got a message for the chosen. I got a message for the chosen. And I hope this message permeates through your minds, through your hearts, and through your souls. Stop having empathy for the wrong people. Now, I find this video more than necessary because God's elected, God's chosen, God's people are highly empathetic. There's a terminology that we go by called empath. An empath is an individual who can generate energy based on their atmosphere. An empath is an individual who has a heightened sense of the spiritual realm, and they often feed off of others' emotions. Certain people's issues become their issues because they can actually feel pain. They can feel stress. They can feel anxiety. They can feel depression. Why? Because they are that in tune spiritually where they can feel other individuals' emotions. I mean, some people have it to the extent of you can walk into a room and you can feel the spirit of the room. You can feel the vibrations and the energy and the frequency of that room. And other people's emotions and feelings then become your emotions and feelings. And then you got people who are out there who go through great lengths to help individuals because of this. And ultimately what they end up doing is enabling certain individuals. They end up enabling them. They end up coddling them and actually keeping those individuals in their same behavioral patterns instead of holding people accountable and holding people to the torch. And, you know, in this particular video, you're going to learn that you absolutely have to stop being empathetic of the wrong people. Now, I'm going to give you some discernment here. I'm going to give you some real wisdom, and I want you to incline your ears because you need to know the difference between an individual that you're enabling and an individual that you're blessing, that you're helping move forward. Someone who is actually gradually changing. Because sometimes change don't happen overnight. Sometimes it takes people longer than others. And you got to know the difference between someone who is reprobated in their mindset, someone who is pretty much made their decision that they're going to follow the ways of this world and be wicked and be evil, but they want to continually throw stones and hide their hands and blame the world for all of their problems in life. You know, accountability is a real huge issue in the black community. It's paramount to why we're in the situation we are in. It's the lack of accountability. When you look at the narrative of the Holy Bible and you look at some of the revelations that have been revealed in today's society, in today's culture, you will see just how much accountability was a big deal. I mean, everything from Adam blaming the woman in the garden instead of taking a leadership position and blaming himself. Everything from the children of Israel being delivered from Egypt, walking through dry shod as the Red Sea was split, turning around and blaming the same God who took us out of captivity. Although we were warned, if we didn't honor God's laws, statutes, and commandments, that all these curses will overtake thee. written of in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. And now we are living out the curses. But nobody wants to say, hey, maybe we need to follow God's laws. Maybe we need to go back to the truth. Maybe we need to visit whence we failed and take responsibility instead of blaming white supremacy, instead of blaming racism, economic oppression, systematic psychological brainwashing. I mean, look, all of these things are relevant and all of these things are very real. But ultimately, we would not be in this situation if we honor our God. Our God put us in such a high position of power when we were serving him, nobody could touch us. So the Most High God is all about accountability. He is all about accountability. So as God's people, we must be all about accountability, because there's often people in your life that you are really empathetic towards who has had ample opportunity. I'm talking about ample opportunity to turn from thy wicked ways. But they chose the ways of the world. They chose materialism. They chose vanity. They chose deception. They chose lies. They chose the ways of this world. And they have to live with those decisions. Now, let's draw some lines here. One thing that I've noticed, just being able to minister to various brothers and sisters here on social media and being able to speak to people firsthand, whether it be call-in sessions or it be emails, Instagram, so on and so forth. I noticed that a lot of people have a story. And often their story, there's a lot of negativity that the world has done to them. Often in their story, they lack one thing that I notice, and it always stands out to me like a sore thumb. They lack accountability. Yes, in life, we are placed in certain situations. Sometimes it's to chastise us and try us to go being tried through a furnace and change us and mold us and shape us the way the Most High would have us be. And sometimes we all out put ourselves in situations and we ignore it. And there's a pattern that continues to go. And often as God's people, we have a great deal of empathy for those individuals. Although they haven't even looked at themselves from the outside looking in and say, hey, you know, maybe I shouldn't have done this, or maybe I shouldn't have done that. They haven't came to that recollection. I mean, listen, are you an enabler? Are you an enabler? Are you an empath? Are you an enabler? Are you enabling those individuals to continue in the same behavioral patterns? Or have you started holding people accountable? Someone says, man, if I have any moderators in the building, ladies and gentlemen, matter of fact, you know what? Let's block this user right here. Oh, damn. You just got sent off into the abyss. Now he's floating in the air. Damn. Ain't that crazy to be a grown-ass man and get put on timeout in somebody's chat? Ain't that crazy? Yeah, get on up out of here. Somebody said, all new breed as a black woman, I don't always agree with everything you say, but I keep coming back to listen. Well, you know why you coming back to listen? Because I'm saying something right. I'm saying something that makes a lot of sense. And I'm glad you preference that particular comment as being as a black woman. Because often other black women, they are each other's worst enablers. They are each other's worst enemies. And I'm going to say this. Ladies, let's make this clear. If you are having issues in your relationships and You are seeking advice from an individual who does not have success in relationships because they are for the streets. You got to understand that misery loves company. That individual cannot give you the proper advice because 9 times out of 10, the advice you need is something in regards to how you conduct yourself, because from the beginning, you were the gatekeeper. You were the one who let that man in your life. If they for the streets and they don't have any longevity or any prosperity within a relationship, they are not apt to give you any information at all. You don't go ask a mechanic how to do carpentry. You don't go ask an electrician how to do plumbing. You go ask the individual who has success in that avenue, because only a person with success in that walk can tell you exactly what you are doing wrong, what it is that you may need to change about yourself, or is it that man is completely off. See, listen, going back to accountability, you living in a world where a woman can have a baby outside the covenant and bond of the relationship she's in. And because that man was ignorant to this, he could put his name on a birth certificate at a hospital. He could put his name on that birth certificate, then be placed on child support. And then years down the line, you can find out that that baby was never his. The baby's not his. And that man will be forced to still pay child support for a child that does not belong to him. That's the type of society you living in. That you can actually go into a quote-unquote court of law, and the judges and the jury will have empathy. They will have compassion and sympathy for that woman who don't even know who the father of her child is. Now you see how dangerous empathy is when there's a few choice words that I would call a woman like that. Because a woman who is taking accountability would say, okay, you know, hey, the cat's out the bag, the jig is up. Hey, I don't want to ruin this man's life. I want to take accountability for my actions, and I want to take this man off of child support. I want to do whatever I got to do, go through the legalities, go through the paperwork. I don't want this man in that situation because he doesn't deserve that. But women won't do that. So when we're talking about empathy and compassion, this society have venerated the mother goddess and given her so much empathy and compassion that now you got a damn society that's upside down and inside out. That's why it's very dangerous to be feeling sorry for every damn body. Because a person never going to tell you the full story. Listen, there's 3 sides to a story. I hate to sound cliche when I tell you this, but it's 3 sides to a story. Your homegirl on the phone ranting, your homeboy on the phone ranting about what's going on in a relationship. Guess what? It's his side, her side, and then the damn truth. His side, her side, and the truth. Nobody can never see what they're doing wrong in situations. And that's why it's a red flag when somebody is coming to you about their relationship and they're demonizing the other person. And you sitting there, oh, for real, girl? He did what to you? Oh, what happened? Oh, or that man is venting to a homeboy. Oh, for real, bro? Oh, man, these bras ain't ish. Oh, man, for real? Listen, it's 3 sides to the story. And you got to be careful, because if you can ask a person, yo, what did you do wrong in that situation? And they can't handle it. I've had people could not handle me being abrupt, me being direct and straightforward and be like, hey, what did you do to get in that situation you in? Do you see what you did to place yourself in that environment? What were your faults? What did you do wrong? You got to be very wary of somebody who tells stories very one-sided. If the story is one-sided, you should not have any empathy towards them, because that person right there does not accept the fact that A, Either the Most High God is working in their life to perfect them, or B, they have faults and they're doing things that they ought not do. And it's causing a chain reaction in their life. A lot of people won't address that. Y'all make sure y'all get the thumbs up on the video if y'all gaining edification. 1999 Ford Explorer says weak people block instead of talk. Oh, okay. Now look what you done did. Now look what you done did. Oh man, would you look at this? Damn, he's back into the clouds. Another one. Another one in YouTube heaven. Nah, we sending trolls to hell. We send them directly to the abyss. Another one bites the dust. Good gracious. I got a lot of trolls in my chat this afternoon. Want to talk about things that don't even matter. People who don't even matter. You need to be listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth, because what I'm telling you is the real deal. What I'm telling you is there's some people that there's no hope for. There's some people who done made decisions in their life and it ain't no turning back. It ain't no turning back. You got individuals out there who got the devil in their veins, bruh. The devil is in their veins. The devil is in their heart and in their spirit. And for a lot of people, it ain't no turning back. They done made that decision. And it ain't no telling what they gonna do. Instead of feeling sorry for everybody, you need to be worried about yourself. You need to be worried about your safety and your security living in these last days. Living in the new world order. Living in a society where mental health is the real pandemic. Where people are losing their everlasting minds because Satan is radiating these frequencies into the airwaves. People are losing their mind left and right. I'm seeing it. And I'm not empathetic towards those people who are losing their mind. I'm not. Anybody out here going crazy, you ain't supposed to be empathetic to nobody going crazy. You know why? Because if they was following the word of God, with all the ample opportunity, with all the times where the Most High came to them personally, they ignored it. They ignored the voice of reason time and time again. And you want us, God's chosen people, to be feeling sorry for people who done lost their damn marbles. Well, you should have followed the Lord. The Most High God said in this day and age that if you love mother, father, sister, brother, friend, colleague, whoever, more than me, you are not worthy of me. And I'd much rather serve the Almighty who gives me my blessings in my life than be worried about people who want to continue living in sin, who want to continue sowing discord, who want to continue being vile and wicked, who want to continue being unrepentant. I ain't got nothing to do with them people. My God got us because you know why? We honor his laws. Either you can look at us and get like us or go to hell. And that's just what it is. Kenneth Williams, thanks for the $10 contribution, says blessing, bro. But tell the people the truth. They die for their own sins, and ain't nobody die for Christ in his sins. Well, Christ or them sins. It says, it's truth, but not the truth for another video. I'm not sure what you mean, brother. Thank you for the contribution, but y'all got to make sure, man, when you say something in the chat and you're sending your contribution, you got to make sure your vernacular is on point. Proofread it. Before you hit that super chat, you want your comment read, you need to proofread what you're saying. Because I'm going to read it exactly how you wrote it. Telling you. Oh, man, we got another one. We got another one that's biting the dust. Goodness. Wow. They just floating in the... They just floating into the airwaves, ain't they? Vanessa Bell says, I love and care about you, New Breed. Thank you, sister. Highly appreciate you. Yeah, a bunch of weirdos. Like, what's going on today? And see, I'm going to tell y'all something. There's a lot of energy vampires out there. There's a lot of human leeches out there. You brothers got to know not to feed them your energy. You cannot, listen, let me tell y'all something. We in them times where the Most High God ain't playing games with us. He is looking at how disciplined the righteous are as well. Listen, you got to stop letting people pull at your heartstrings, because you're living in no man's land now. You living on dangerous grounds. You living in a time, if you stoop to anybody's level and let the devil in on any levels of your life, and you're going to have people trying to attack the chosen. You're going to have people trying to attack those who are doing right in life. You can expect it, y'all. If you don't have no enemies, if you don't have no people who are against you, then listen, you need to question your walk. If you don't have individuals coming after you for the truth's sake, for Christ's name's sake, you need to question your walk. Because I'm telling you now, what lets the devil in is giving them attention. Let me tell you something. A lot of people are very manipulative around you. Just because people don't come at you with a pitchfork and horns coming out their head, they may come to you with tears. They may come to you with smiles. They may come to you with a sob story. They may come to you with just basically some type of image where you perceive them to be nice people. But ladies and gentlemen, you got to be cautious out here. The goal is not to let the devil in. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. And you want to know how to destroy your enemies? You destroy them with success. You destroy them with success. Now, what do I mean by success? When I say success, I'm not talking about anything vain or materialistic. I mean, success is you are constantly growing, developing. You are constantly on that uphill spiritual battle. You are constantly serving your God. You are constantly keeping his commandments. You are constantly trying to be a better person. You are constantly being more transparent day in and day out. And you running so damn fast with your walk that everybody else is getting left in the rear view. Once the Most High wake you up, you got to hit the ground running. And a lot of y'all ain't got time to be dealing with people with mental issues. A lot of y'all ain't got time. Y'all ain't got the time of day to be dealing with people's problems, because you know what? You got your own problems. You got your own issues in life. You're going through your own problems. And there's nothing selfish about that, all you empathetic souls, all you kind-hearted people. It's nothing wrong with going to neutral. It's important to go to neutral sometimes. It's important to rise above and ignore the naysayers. Ignore it. What the Bible tells us: hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. And once a case has been dealt with, once you can discern the matter of a situation, you move forward. Don't let people keep on tossing you to and fro and pulling you into nonsense, especially all you brothers and sisters who are leaders in your community. You chosen people who have been called out by the Almighty in your family to be a leader, because if you was chosen, you were chosen to lead. Lead by example at that. All you brothers and sisters that was chosen to lead, listen, you need to know that a lion is not concerned with the opinions of sheep. A lion is never concerned with the opinions of sheep. Never. Because you know what? When it comes to people, people are going to think whatever they want to think about you, regardless of what's true and what's false. Because guess what? People want to hate those who are chosen. Satan's army is being triggered. People want to hate those who are doing God's work. People want to go against those who are righteous. You can expect it. You can expect it. And so, don't let people pull on your heartstrings. Don't let people cry you a river. Don't always be the shoulder that people lean on if you don't see change going on in their life. If you don't see them making steps towards righteousness. And we're not going to go live real long in this stream, so y'all get the thumbs up. Make sure we put in that Al-G rhythm. Yeah. Make sure people get the notification. Right, I see. It says, yes, we are where we need to be. All praises. Yep, yep. Corey Green says, what did Corey Green says? Yes. Oh, that comment just kind of vanished. Audra says, new breed, new breed. Be on truth. If you think, give them 10, give them 10 here. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you. Somebody said, new breed, this today, you right on time with this one. All praises to the Most High for giving me the utterance to speak. Somebody says, shalom, new breed, I could tell how much, you can't tell how much I needed to hear this. I'm glad this word is helping y'all because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to continue to look out for people and try to help people that you feel, ultimately, you feel sorry for them. You have sympathy for certain individuals. You know, you hear somebody's plight and then you internalize it because you just got a kind heart. It's like, damn, you went through what? You went through what? Man, anything I can do, like, just because you're a good person. But listen, there's people who take advantage of that. And that could be very detrimental to your growth. Listen, you got to be very stern out here. You got to let people know what it is. And I'm going to tell you right now, the one that they called Jesus Christ was a very brutally honest man. He was very stern. He was very forthcoming. Everything he said was direct. And that's just how you got to be with people. You cannot beat around the bush with people. And it is what it is. If somebody is giving you the rundown on their life and you can clearly hear that they're doing something wrong, don't be the hypocrite. Go behind their back and talk about, hey, you know what this person had the nerve to tell me? Yeah, they talking about they did this, that, and the third, but they over there doing this, because that's what the backbiter would do. That's what the hypocrite would do. You got to be forthcoming. Tell them straight up, look, bro, the reason why you in that situation is because you made that mistake. You need to own up to what you did wrong, bro. And there's nothing wrong with men telling other men. There's nothing wrong with women telling other women that, hey, look, sis, I can't really sit here and empathize with you right now because you in that situation. The reason why you in that predicament that you in, the reason why that scenario is in your life is because you put yourself there. And it would be, you know, it would be a disservice for you to come to me for advice and help. And I would be doing you wrong. I would be doing you an injustice. That if you came to me with a situation and I didn't tell you what you did wrong, because then the same thing is going to happen. Just like you got women out here and they mid 40s, 50s, early 50s, 60s, telling sisters to leave their man. Well, auntie, grandma, mom's, cousin, sister, you don't have a man. You know, the advice you giving me is going to put me in a situation that you are in. And I don't think you're happy. I don't think you're happy in your situation. So misery loves company. And sometimes people are giving you all this information. They're telling you all what's going wrong in their life. And it's nothing positive. Number one, nobody wants to hear that shit every time they talk to you. Let's make this clear, especially from you brothers. Brothers, listen to me carefully. Nobody wants to hear you whine, bitch, and complain every day. Nobody wants to be around that. Nobody cares about your problems. I'm just being honest with you, brothers. Don't nobody want to see no grown-ass black male talking about what he been through as a child. Nobody wants to hear that. I'm just being 100% with you, especially these women out here. Now, it's a difference between you going through certain issues that a man can help you with through prayer and supplication and ministry and actually, you know, coaching you through certain things. But every time you get around an individual, nobody wants to hear that. Sisters, nobody wants to hear that. People will begin to look at you like damn Debbie Downer. Every time you come around, oh gosh, this person in a bad mood again. Oh, damn, you ain't never happy. You always mad. You wake up, pour your milk into the cereal, mad. You always like this. Nobody wants to be around a person like that. Who wants to be around that? 24/7, you pouting and mad. And people supposed to be empathetic for that. Like, grow your ass up. What world do you live in? I remember people be like, when I used to walk into my job early on when I started there, even if I was having a bad day, hey man, how your day going? Hey, my day going good. And if it was going bad, you wouldn't give a shit anyway. That was my reply. My day could be all the way jacked up. And I'd be like, look, my day is going good. If it was going bad, you wouldn't give a damn. Trust me. You wouldn't care. So you just asking to be nice. If I really sat down and told you what the hell happened to me today, you're going to be looking at me like, damn, nigga, I'm used to you being a leader. I go to you for my problems. I ain't used to you going through stuff. That's just the reality. Either you're a leader or you're not. And at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. Now, people go through things. Please use discernment. Everything I say, use discernment in the spirit that I'm coming in, because I minister to people all the time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm constantly ministering to my people. So don't get it twisted like I'm just this cold, callous guy, because that's not the case. But if you cannot face yourself, it ain't nothing I can say. If you can't figure out what you're doing wrong, there's nothing that I can say. Nothing. All right, so got another one. Man, I'm just knocking them out the box, ain't I? Dang, knock them out the box, Breed. Knock them out the box, Breed. I'm knocking them out the box left and right. I got a lot of trolls today. All praises to the Most High. That means I'm doing something right. See? That's how it works, y'all. Let's see. Somebody said, Dab, you getting trolls out of here left and right. I'm knocking these Negroes out the park. Somebody said, Rockstar 99, bro, a lot of these channels are paid opposition. It's obvious. It's called LARPing. Even the NSA calls it LARPing now. Wow. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Man, it's hot out here, y'all. It's got to be at least 150 degrees outside, bro. Dang. Y'all just don't know. Good gracious. Y'all get the thumbs up, man. I'm sitting in this hot sun for y'all. I'm sitting up in this hot sun for y'all. Damn, I just knocked another one out the box. Damn. I'm knocking them out the box left and right. I'm hitting them with lefts, rights, uppercuts. Damn, I'm getting you out of here, ain't I? I'm getting up out of here. I'm getting them up out of here left and right, ain't I? Goodness gracious. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's a lot of keyboard warriors and internet gangsters out here in the world, man. Listen, let's make this clear. I don't claim to be no thug, no street cat. I ain't no street ninja. I ain't in none of that. I don't even involve myself in that. I'm brand new. I'm brand new out here. I don't deal like that. The Most High God brought me on a whole nother level. Damn, I knocked another one out. Knocking them out the box. Somebody said, real talk, Georgia is steaming. What? You must be out here, bro. You must be out here. Yeah, where my mods at? I guess my mod's probably busy right now. I got to start giving out more wrenches. Somebody said, for the Father speaking the truth and endurance is the key as well. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. Speak the truth and shame the devil. Speak the truth and shame the devil. That's how you destroy your enemies out here. I got to make a video about destroying your enemies. Because we're not even talking about physically. Because y'all, we living in spiritual warfare. I got to really talk about destroying one's enemies. How to destroy your enemies spiritually. Because demons, witches, warlocks, they don't have no power. You can literally tread over them. You can stomp them out, and everything that they try to use for evil, the Most High God will use for good. I mean, you could totally annihilate them. And it's a beautiful thing. I love the Most High God. The Lord is a man of war. And I believe that's Exodus, the 3rd chapter tells you that. Because we in war. My Lordy, Lord, I maintain. Because I'm a soldier at war. Yes, I'm a soldier at war. We in war. It is a war. Believe me when I tell you this. Day in and day out, you're fighting a war. It's an invisible war. And it's right there at your doorstep. From the moment you leave your household, the spirits are active. And you got to protect your energy at all costs. You got to stay prayed up at all costs. You got to be sober and vigilant because your enemy is like a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. You got to be prayed up. You got to say, Lord, protect me from my enemies. Lord, make me a battle axe for your word of truth. And you just got to be careful who you let in your circle. You got to be careful who you got empathy for, who you got compassion for. Because one thing about it, what happens when you start feeding their emotions? What happened when you stop coddling their behavior? What happened when you stop pampering these grown men and grown women? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They will turn on you in a heartbeat because they were feeding off your energy to begin with. And the moment where you stop making them feel good about their own problems and their own sins and their own transgressions, the moment you stop making them feel good, they're going to try to get your attention one way or another. They're going to try to get your attention one way or another. People out here are obsessed with God's chosen. That's why you got to be so careful out here. You got a lot of people who are obsessed. And they have a very, very unhealthy obsession with you ones who walk in light. You ones who are doing what's right in your life, it's unhealthy because they can have the same majesty. They can have the same light. All they got to do is go to Christ and repent. All they got to do is honor God's laws. All they got to do is incline their ear to sound doctrine. All they got to do is listen to the prophets and the teachers that the Most High put in place instead of trying to destroy them. That's all they got to do. They have no excuses. None. So why should you be empathetic for them? Why should you care? Let them go. Listen, sometimes, let me tell you something. We get so compassionate and empathetic over people sometimes. We stand in the way of God's judgment. You are standing in the way of God's judgment. You are standing in the way of his will. For instance, when your child is learning how to walk and your child is taking their first few steps, they're going to fall on their behind a couple times. When they're trying to learn how to ride a bike, you could try your best to make sure that they don't fall off that bike, but it's inevitable that they're going to fall, right? It's inevitable that they're going to take some bumps, bruises, and some scrapes in the road. But if you constantly coddle and you constantly try to nourish their insecurities, then they'll never learn. Now you done stood in the way of God's will. You done stood in the way of God's judgment. You done stood in the way. Now you got people in your life, in your circle right now, who are into all kind of demonic practices in their life. You got all kind of people in your circle right now as we speak who are doing wrong. They're doing wrong to other people. They're backbiting, they're slandering, they got other people's names in their mouths, they're busybodies. And it's inevitable that somebody's going to slap the hell out of them. It's inevitable that finally something is going to transpire where that person goes through something, an epic downfall. But you are coddling them. You're steady trying to empathize and have compassion for them. And now look. Damn, I sent another one off into the heavens. My block game is on 100. On 100. All praises to the Most High. Y'all get the thumbs up on this stream. Somebody said, I'm typically not fazed by the trolls, but today is terrible. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my moderators. My moderators going to have to work overtime. But you know what? Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. And that's just how I look at it. Grown men deal with things head on. Grown men don't take to social media with nonsense and rhetoric that just don't even add up. But it is what it is. Yeah, the devil is big mad. We on it today. Yeah, they need a show. Somebody said they need a shoulder to cry on. Oh, I got a lot of haters, but guess what? It's a lot more people that rock with me in this chat than haters. And they just trolls. People with no type of platform. People with no background photos. People with nothing. They're literally just photo images hiding behind the screen. These people are not talking on camera. These people, we can't even identify these people. All praises to the Most High. We almost got 1,000 people in the chat. Y'all get them thumbs up. All praises. Thank you for the $5 contribution. Says Nubreed, you on point. These stalkers are something else. The men are more stalkers. They can't stand the light. You look how it glows. Absolutely. I hope it blinds you. I hope it blinds you. They've been trying to find smear campaigns on Nubreed forever. I got so many enemies on social media that just make up shit because they can't even come up with nothing. So they just start making up stuff. And I ignore it all. I just ignore it. Because they tried time and time and time again to discredit my character. You got people out here talking about I'm a reptilian shapeshifter. I mean, damn, you casting at straws now, man. You hate the truth that much. That's a sad, sad reality you living in. That's sad. I got people trying their best to discredit me. But guess what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have something called integrity. I have something called integrity. So the people that I build with, they already know who I am. They know. Thank you for the $10 contribution. Lachia says, sorry, Nubreed. I'm on the road. I will be zapping them devils. No problem, sis. Hey, I ain't worried about it. Y'all make sure y'all get them likes up. Get them likes up, though. Nubreed is having a block party. Who having a block party? Somebody says it's really hot. It's hot. Y'all know I love y'all to come out and give y'all this message. Thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, most of old would be disappointed in masculinity today. Dudes out here laying on their bed, sending hate to another man, trying to spread love. Yeah, man, that's the time we living in. But listen, though, it doesn't bother me. And I don't want it to bother y'all. I just wish I had my moderators to be able to send them into hell quicker than I could. Because that's where they're going. A lot of people that you try to have compassion and love for, the Most High God gonna send them to hell anyway. So don't get in the way of judgment. Don't get in the way of the Father's will. Because that's where they're going. And it's going to be burning hot. This heat that's out here ain't got nothing on where these people going. Right now, I'm just sending them to troll hell. But in the afterlife, good gracious, man, I feel sorry for you. All praises to the Most High. Man, we are so close to having 1,000 people, and it's irking me, y'all. It's irking me. If y'all just get them thumbs up, because we are like at 990. We want to get our usual numbers because, you know, these messages of truth are often suppressed. So y'all help a brother out if you gain something from this video. Let's get this LG rhythm popping. Long as we get that 1,000 in here, we did our job. Actually, you know, we got 999. Oh, wow, 999. There it goes. Thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Because you know what they doing. You know the shadow banning is real. You know that they be hiding my platform. Y'all know y'all don't be getting notifications. So I thank y'all. All praises to the Most High. We moving strong, man. We moving strong. For those who wanted my take on the Kevin Samuels petition that's going around, you're gonna have to go to Patreon to watch that video. All right. So follow me on Patreon. The link is in the description box. Also follow me on Instagram at Nubreed404. If you got any questions, business inquiries, my Gmail is kingbreed404@gmail.com. Hit me up. Pretty soon I'm gonna hit y'all with another PO box so we can advertise some more black businesses. All praises to the Most High. I love y'all. If y'all would like to support this work via Cash App, 10% of all contributions go back to the people. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. With that being said, shalom and peace.